Ever wondered why the moon seems to be missing a few chunks? Could it be because it's made of cheese and someone's been having a midnight snack? Welcome to our fun-filled, cheesy adventure, where we'll dive into the fascinating world of cheesemaking. You've probably heard the old tale that the moon is made of cheese, but have you ever wondered how that cheese might be made? Well, we might not be able to solve the lunar mystery, but we surely can unravel the secrets of making cheese on Earth. Cheese, like all the great things, starts with something simple: milk. And no, we're not milking the moon for this one. Now, the Milky Way we're navigating isn't filled with stars, but rather cows, goats, and even sheep. It's these earthly creatures that provide us with the primary ingredient for our beloved cheese: milk. Each type of milk gifts us with a unique type of cheese. Cow's milk, for instance, is a versatile performer. It can be transformed into anything from a sharp cheddar to a soft brie. Goat's milk, on the other hand, gives us tangy, crumbly cheeses, while sheep's milk brings rich and creamy delights to our palates. So here's a little food for thought. Imagine if we could milk the moon. What kind of cheese would that heavenly body yield? Lunar Limburger, perhaps? Or maybe a celestial camembert? So next time you're enjoying a chunk of cheese, remember, you're essentially eating hardened, aged moon milk. Delicious, isn't it? Now, to make cheese, you need to curdle the milk. Sounds gross, right? Well, it's time to embrace the curdle. You see, curdling is what turns ordinary milk into the cheesy goodness we all love. It's like a magic trick, but instead of pulling a rabbit out of a hat, we're pulling cheese out of milk. Curdling happens when we introduce our little friends, bacteria and rennet, to the milk. Bacteria, those microscopic daredevils, dive right in, breaking down the lactose in milk into lactic acid. Sounds scientific, doesn't it? But really, they're just having a pool party in there. Now, rennet, that's the real game changer. It's a set of enzymes that clumps the milk proteins together. Imagine, if you will, all the proteins in the milk holding hands and forming a giant protein blob. That's curdling for you. Throughout this process, our bacteria are doing the heavy lifting. They're the real heroes of cheese making. They're like the tiny invisible workers constructing a cheese skyscraper, one curdle at a time. Who knew bacteria could be so talented? But remember, making cheese is not just a science, it's an art. It's about finding the perfect balance, the right temperature, the ideal time. It's about transforming something simple into something extraordinary. And just like that, our heroic bacteria have turned boring old milk into a curdled masterpiece. Take that, Picasso. Ever heard of cheese aging? It's not about the cheese getting wrinkles and a pension, trust me, quite the opposite. This is where our humble curdled milk starts its journey to becoming the star of the show, the cheese we all know and love. Imagine, if you will, our cheese, fresh from the curdling stage, embarking on a journey, much like a young adult leaving home for the first time. It's ready to experience the world and mature into its final delicious form. It's a bit like sending your kids off to university, except in this case, you're looking forward to them coming back a bit moldy. As the cheese ages, it develops all those delightful flavors and aromas that make each variety unique. It's as if our cheese is going through its own version of adolescence, experiencing changes and coming out the other side as a fully matured, unique individual. But don't worry, unlike human teenagers, you won't find this cheese sulking in its room or refusing to do the dishes. And just like the best of us, some cheese gets better with age. The flavors become more complex and rich, the texture more defined. It's a bit like that old saying, good things come to those who wait. So next time you bite into a piece of aged cheese, remember, you're not just eating cheese, you're eating history, a delicious, creamy history. So there you have it, folks, the secret life of cheese exposed. From the humble beginnings of our bovine friends to the curdling capers and aging antics, we've travelled down the Milky Way to unravel the mystery. We've laughed, we've cried, we've probably craved a cheese toastie. Who knew that such a simple slice of dairy could hold so much comedy? And remember, the moon might not be made of cheese, but at least now you know how to make your own. Until next time, stay cheesy, my friends.